Good morning, everybody, and today is Sunday, and it is a 20-mile long run day in the Edge Tokyo from Asics. Reason I'm running in this today is that I want to be super sure that this is going to be my race shoe for the marathon that I'm doing at the end of November. Obviously, there's a couple shoes that might still come out that I might still purchase in the meantime to review that could be competing alternatives to this, and I'll leave it at that for now. But I just had an incredible run last weekend in the Edge Paris, and I wanted to double check on the Edge Tokyo to update my opinion of it, and this will end up doubling as a 50-mile review. Super late start today. It's like, 7:30ish, and I'm not feeling 100% right now. I'm not really sure why that is. I was having some anxiety about this run, which is strange. Maybe it's a mental barrier around going above the teens, because all of my long runs up until now have been 19 or under, and today is 20. It's also going to conclude my very first 100-mile week ever. And yeah, so I guess a confluence of components that lead to me having some internalized anxiety about the run. But I feel pretty good. I'm more tired than I usually am at this time of day. I'm going to take a slightly alternative route. I'm going to go north, and you'll see some new areas of Rochester. I have not filmed any of this. I've actually only ever been out there once, and I'm not totally sure I know how to get where I'm going, so that's part of the fun. So, and the other component of this is that I don't know if there are water fountains out there, so I might end up bailing out after getting to some of the new zone. I also know there's a massive hill, because the one time I did run out this way is there's a big dip down and a big dip back to get out of the area that I was in, and so it's gonna increase some of the intensity. But I actually have more carbs with me today. I got some new goose to try out. I have a Morton. I have one of my maple syrup ones, the untapped, and then I am trying out this today, Spring Gel Energy, and it has 46 grams of carbs for 100 calories, so that's pretty good value for carb, and it was cheaper than the Mortons, so we'll see how that goes. And without further ado, let's get to it. Some early observations this morning. The forefoot is a lot softer in these than the Edge Paris, which I think makes it a little more democratic. It's easier to start running in it because you don't have such a direct and immediately responsive forefoot feel. When standing, it makes it feel higher drop because you have the firmer foam in the heel, which doesn't compress as much when you're standing still, and you have your forefoot still tilted with that 5 millimeter drop. And then, since you're already at a slant, your forefoot is pressed more into the ground, and so it's almost like when it's loaded, when you're just standing statically, it's almost like it's an 8 millimeter drop. But then when you start to run, it doesn't feel any different than the Edge Paris or any other 5 millimeter drop shoe. It's really just the standing when it's under static load. It feels a bit bouncier than the Edge Paris, but not in not in a way that's what I would necessarily prefer. I really love the Edge Paris. I think that I'm already sort of getting into a groove with this though, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a good morning. I do think that the busy street for the time of day. Come on, guys. Sunday morning. Let's go to church. That's like the long run for cars, is going to church. All week they've been doing double days, commuting to and from work, and today is the one holy long run day for the cars. Time to stretch their wheels and get into a religious state of mind. One thing I'm concerned about with this shoe, the Edge Tokyo, is potentially today I could see the forefoot foam not having the best fatigue resistance. I haven't had that problem yet. I think my first run in this was 18. But part of the reason I wanted to take this out again was twofold. The first one is that I had such a good run in the Edge Paris last weekend, and I wanted to see how this truly compared to that sensation. That's the first one. Second one was that I was experiencing pain the last time I took these out. The lateral side of my calf, like perineal muscle and tendon area. And now that I, knock on wood, I'm recovered from that, I wanted to get a pulse on how this performs at better or like quicker paces that I often get down to in the middle of these longer efforts. So coming up on about a mile, still a slow warm-up, but I'm gonna get towards where we're going, and I'll see you soon. Chugga, 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 chugga.
Straight, your body needs to chug along faster. Straight, your mind like a monk or a pastor. Straight, your gears to crank it like a bastard. Straight, your heart to list a marathon, you bastard.
Encampment at High Falls has gotten worse. My assumption is eventually it'll go away. I mean, they're turning that entire area into a state park, but it's like multiplied by a factor of 3 since the last time I've been out here, and that was not more than 2 months ago. Might have even been within 1 month. Crazy. I also just tried to go into a porta potty to pee, and I'm pretty strong-minded. I could pee in a porta potty if I have to, but this had a mosquito infestation, like a swarm of mosquitoes. Weirdest thing I've ever seen. So I did not want to get bitten somewhere unpleasant. So far, Metaspeed Edge Tokyo, still I concur with my previous assessment. Feels very similar to the Edge Paris. But what I'm noticing today at faster paces, not fast, like still 8:30 down to 8:10, is that it feels more assistive. Like I'm breathing really easy right now. I'm sure a contributing factor to that is the temperature. It is not even 70 degrees and I'm feeling good. I don't know what's going on with this wall situation, but this is the crumbling infrastructure of Rochester, New York, if you ever wanted to see it. I'm not sure if this is the right way. Big steep hill, so if I get this wrong or if there's a closure down here, which the last time I tried this early in the morning there was, I'm gonna have to run back up this hill. And it's like, you'll see as I go down here, it's worse than, oh, there's a groundhog. My dog's got a groundhog a few weeks ago. I felt so bad. And then like, I wanted to let them eat it, but apparently they could have all sorts of diseases and that's just not good for dogs. But my dog Hawk was very proud. And Strider was proud too, he's a good boy. He's the more tactical one, but Hawk was on the uptake first. Yep, see this is closed. But sometimes it's even less closed than this. So you sometimes can continue even further down and then get, oh, maybe no, maybe I'm in a completely different place. All right, see, this is what I'm saying. I don't know where I am. I can't even wait until I'm done eating it to tell you. This is simultaneously the best and the most bizarre gel that I've ever had. There's like berry chunks in it, or maybe it's like chia. It's fantastic. This is where we're going, downtown. In an earlier round, Sugar, we're going down with Goo. I don't know if you could tell by my footballs, but it is a lot steeper than it looked. Cranking at an involuntary 655. This is a intense downhill. It was really scary, honestly. I was like flying. But this is a cool park. Like I said, man, Rochester is a jungle. It has so much lush greenery, so many waterfalls. And this is just 5.5 miles from my house. And I didn't even go the most like efficient way. There are even people out here right now, which is not what I expected. Thought it'd be pretty dead. Now, I think that this is where, when I got waylaid earlier, I think this is where it all connects. And there's supposed to be like a bridge or something. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's closed. A bridge path closed. Until further notice. Construction. Normally it's like I think it's like a 9 to 5 thing. Oh God, I have to run up this hill. I'm gonna leave the north of the city. So you know how I like finding new zones. I've never actually run back here. It looks like they might even have a water fountain, which should be really helpful. You could also go down there, but I'm not trying to do that. Hi. It's a big staircase. Still probably going to turn around and head back towards my part of the city. I'm familiar with it, and I'm also feeling really good today. So, as much as I love filming, I might want to let it rip for a little bit, just to feel out these shoes. These are like phenomenal. I ordered a bunch of new shoes. I'll tell you about it when I get them. But they would have collectively very hard time unseating the Edge Tokyo as my next marathon shoe. These are just too good. Rolling through Park Ave, looking for a public water fountain. I don't think there is one over here, been up and down the street enough times. I just can't seem to locate one. They've just at the barbershop situation report I just did. Still trying to do the math. 7.5 to 8 miles at between 7:45 and 7:35 pace. I feel very good. And coffee shop in my neighborhood called Equal Grounds just gave me free water because they're nice. I'm gonna take it easy for the last 6. I'm gonna try to. These shoes are killing me in a good way. They're making me go fast. So, this has got to be the best top 3 long runs I've ever done. There was the one last winter that was really fantastic. And there was the one last week. And there's this one. This one might be even better than the one last week. I feel fantastic right now. Common denominators. Metaspeed edges of various varieties. For all 3 of those runs. And for the last 2, I went somewhere different than I normally do. I want them to repair that bridge that I got to when I went steeply downhill. And was in that really foresty, jungly area going down to the river. There's a bridge through there that connects to the first place that I tried to get down to. And that would be a fun, way to connect the run. And I'd be able to stay off the surface streets, which don't have the best vibe at all times. Another reason I tend to not stop my watch when I'm filming and when I stop for a period of, oh god, bug flew into my shin and it stung. For like stoplights and stop signs and stuff, why I don't stop my watch is that it better estimates race conditions and times. Where like, I'm not stopping my watch on race day. Even if I have to use a porta potty in the middle of the race, I'm not stopping my watch for that because I need to know what my splits are. The race clock doesn't stop, so why should my clock? Gets you used to it, and it's more predictive for me of what actual times might be. I just located another water fountain. That makes a big difference for me in my utilization of this space, because I'm out here over yonder quite a lot, but you have to go up a pretty steep hill to get up here, or you could also come down a very steep hill to get here, but it's a little jig-jog parking lot thing that there's no reason to go to most of the time, so I don't really come back here very often. But I had a suspicion that there might be water because there's tennis courts, and I never checked it out before, and I just did, and I just got some water out of the deal, which means basically that I win at running.
Strider! Hello, who's on my puppies? Hello, Oh, are you tired? Are you lagging? Oh, Strider, is this your stick? Oh, is this stick? Do you guys want to go outside? Yes. Checka. Oh, checka. Hey, Strider, the stick belongs inside. Goodbye.
Hello everybody, and I am back in the studio with the Asics Metaspeed Edge Tokyo. I was able to today confirm a lot of my initial beliefs about this shoe being my top pick right now for my marathon at the end of November. I am going to be running Florence. It's a very crazy course with 30 turns, and I need something stable, which this is, and something that I can trust, which it's similar enough to the Metaspeed Edge Paris, and I am thoroughly impressed by this shoe. You're probably not going to be seeing a lot of it in the weeks and months to come because I already have put 50 miles on it, so this is doubling as a long run video, around 20 in it today, and it's the 50 mile review for this shoe, right? I'm going to do this a little casually. It is a bouncier ride than the previous version, with the trade-off being that it's a little bit softer, especially in the forefoot. The only time that that's really like noticeable for me as far as how it feels underfoot is when standing still. I said this at the beginning of the day today. When you're standing just statically on the ground before you're running, you feel, or at least I felt, as if this was a slightly higher drop because this Flite Foam Turbo Plus is so dense comparable to the FF Leap. The FF Leap is it's an interesting compound. It's an ATPU, and it feels very squishy and soft. But when you're running, it doesn't quite harden up. It still sinks in, and I don't know if I would want to use this type of foam for like top end sprinting efforts. I think that's probably where it's weakest. But this wouldn't be something that I would use for those efforts anyways. Even like a full stack racing shoe with any foam in it, I would probably be going for something shorter and lighter and more planted on the ground and even more stable than this. So I think the application of this foam in this shoe is pretty apt and appropriately, it's just a well thought out usage of this particular compound. No other things to report other than I'm stoked about this. I hope that I covered it really well on the run. There was one sort of strange issue on my left foot, which is typically the less finicky foot, where my arch sort of started feeling tension from, I'm guessing, the lacing chain, but I didn't really stop to fix it because it was never too much for me, and I'm no stranger to stopping to fix lacing things. Two reasons I didn't really is it really wasn't bothering me that much, and the second reason is I was feeling fantastic, so I wasn't really trying to stop for anything. I only really stopped one time, besides getting camera shots, of course, but stopped one time to go into a coffee shop to get water. They're very generous with the water that they give out, and I appreciate them for that. But yeah, I mean, it was a great run other than that slight like discomfort in the arch, and I haven't had that on the other two or three runs that I've taken this on now. So yeah, I'm feeling very confident in this. The second component of this, if you didn't catch the segment that I was talking about, is out on the run. I have ordered a ton of shoes. I do not know when they're going to get here. I am not going to tell you what they are quite yet. You'll get them trickled in one at a time. But they are potentially competitive with this. I don't know yet. Right, so some carbon in the mail. Let's put it that way. So thank you all for watching and being with me on this journey. The marathon block is heating up. I hit 100 miles this week. That was part of today, was hitting 100 miles in a week for the first time. I'm very proud of myself. And you shouldn't be afraid to be proud of yourself for hitting milestones in your running as well. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a great week of running. I'm really happy. I'm going to try to hit 100 again next week, I think. If I come to Monday and I'm feeling fatigued, this should be a drop back week anyways, based on how I've been doing the 3 weeks of growth and then the 1 week drop back. I do have the opportunity to drop back next week if I feel it's, important. Maybe even midweek on Wednesday or something, or on Thursday. If I feel like I need to take a down week next week, I might drop it back down to 90 and then jump right back up to 100. But as of today, I don't feel like I need to do that, which I'm also stoked about. So really great day of running, really great week of running. And yeah, I appreciate your attention. See ya.